When you finally pull a baddie, some fine shit, a 10, a woman who is clearly leagues above all your other previous girls, we can tell when you are in unfamiliar territory. Cause you start moving different. And a lot of times it's out of insecurity, could be out of excitement, or it could just be out of pure disbelief that you even pulled the girl. But when you do this, that's when you fumble the girl. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you 3 mistakes that guys make when they finally get with a baddie. And I'm gonna also tell you how to avoid those mistakes. And before we get into number 1, I know you're probably wondering, who are you to tell me what mistakes I'm making with a baddie? Well, bro, I'm 14K JoshAyy, the big brother you never had. And I've been pulling fine shit since ever. I done probably broke up with more baddies than you done pulled. So look, the number 1 mistake guys make when they finally get with some fine shit is they act like they never been here before. This is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, bro. The moment you start treating her like a celebrity, she gonna start treating you like a fan. She gonna look down on you. And that's not her mistake, it's yours, because you the one that's holding her up on this pedestal. And you can tell when a guy never had fine shit before, cause soon as he get with her, he start taking a million pictures with her, bro. He starts showing her off to the world because he feel like it's an accomplishment. He proud of what he done pulled, bro. And ain't nothing wrong with being proud of what you done pulled. But when you start overcompensating, that's when you letting the world know, oh, that's his first one. He a rookie. You start doing stuff like overcompensate. You start showering her with gifts, showering her with affection, especially when other dudes are around. Then you start trying too hard to impress her, only taking her on expensive dates. It ain't even about y'all having a good time no more, because you too busy trying to constantly win her over. Another sign that you making this mistake is that you start being overly agreeable. You scared to disagree with the girl. You scared to form your own opinion because you don't want to come off as not compatible. You scared to say no to her because you don't want to upset her. Because you feel like if she get upset with you or feel like that y'all are incompatible, then she's gonna leave you, bro. And now you're gonna have to go back to dating whatever you used to dating. The best way to avoid making this mistake is to maintain your frame. Keep your frame, bro. She's just a woman at the end of the day, no matter how fine she is. And you pulled her. So that means that you can pull another one if you got to. You ain't got to operate from a scarce mentality or a loser's mindset, because you can get another one, bro. The moment that you start acting like you don't deserve to be here or you don't know what to do while you are here is the moment that she lose interest and you get replaced, bro. Let's move to the second mistake y'all boys making. Number 2 is letting her get away with things that you wouldn't tolerate with other women. See, a lot of guys get with some fine shit and they start lowering their standards with a woman because they feel like she is out of their league. They start letting her get away with murder, bro. All of a sudden, she can be late to dates, knowing that the last girl you was with, if she was late to a date, you getting on her ass. But with this girl, just because she finer than your last girl, you let her be late to dates with no explanation. You let her disrespect you, talk to you crazy, and run around with a funky ass attitude, and you don't correct her. You let her entertain other men for attention. You let her post thirst traps on IG and wear revealing outfits, bro. And I know a lot of women in today's world, they'll say things like, if you can't handle being with a baddie, don't be with one. But they just use this kind of thinking as an excuse to dress like a thought. Being good looking ain't got nothing to do with showing your private parts in public. So you as a man, you got to maintain your standard, bro. Keep some structure in your relationship. You got to make sure that you let her know, look, as my woman, I don't want you getting unnecessary attention. You already look good, so you gonna get attention. Hell, you got my attention when I first saw you. But we gonna have some class around here. You ain't gonna be showing them what belonged to me. If you wouldn't let the 2, 3, or 4 dress like a 3 or 4, then don't let the 9 and a 10 dress like that, bro. Remember, bro, women respect the man that has boundaries, not the man that let her slide because she fine. The moment that she senses that you're making exceptions for her, she gonna start pushing the boundaries, testing you to see how much she can get away with, because a person only gonna do what you allow him to do. Now, the best way to avoid making mistake number 2 is to set the tone early, bro. She should know your standards off rip from the jump. And also, you got to be willing to walk away at any time. The moment that she see that you afraid of losing her, she gonna use that fear against you. Now, before we get into mistake number 3, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you ain't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, because I got more game for you. The third mistake y'all boys making when you finally get with a baddie is being afraid to lead and make decisions. Bro, baddies are used to men being intimidated by her. She used to men trying too hard to please her instead of lead her. They start playing it safe, asking her, hey, where do you want to eat? Instead of deciding on a place to eat. Walking on eggshells and shit, bro. This is a huge mistake because, bro, she don't want to lead. She want to follow your lead. And the more you do this, she gonna lose more and more respect for you. So the best way to avoid making this mistake is to keep her in your frame, bro. Look at it as if she's joining your world, not the other way around. A lot of guys forget that she's joining their world, and instead they try to make her their whole world. Also, be decisive, bro. Pick the restaurant. And if she don't like that place, now we can make adjustments. But don't just always defer to her. So those were 3 mistakes that guys make when they finally get with a 10, and how to avoid those mistakes. So before I let you go, just remember, bro, you pulled her. That means you did something right. And that also means she already like you. So you ain't gotta try too hard, you ain't gotta burn too many calories. But this don't mean stay the same and stop growing. Keep being you to the core of who you are, but just grow as a person. And do it for you, don't do it for her. If you got any questions about this or need any advice, look for me on social media or leave a comment below and I got you.